our father was buried in Lusaka, Leopards Hill, for 47 years, that this moment has now come for him to return to his motherland. And as a son of the soil, we are totally excited.
A sigh of relief for some South African families whose loved ones died in exile in Zambia and Zimbabwe. Former ANC Secretary General Duma Nokwe's family says this is a remarkable moment as he will finally rest at home. Nokwe was one of the instrumental figures during the Defiance campaign in the 50s, and he was praised as a fine diplomat of the ANC. He died in Zambia in 1978.
We've had sleepless nights, because it's been exciting. And I think for us, the whole exhumation process, and I must, give thanks to the NPA of the missing persons. When we observed that how they went about it, it was with humility, commitment, and very well executed. So for us, and it was very astounding work, extraordinary, astonishing, because I think not many people know that how you exhume a body, but these people treated every, occasion, everybody with a lot of humility.
Former PAC leader Edwin Makoti's family echoes the same sentiments and says this is a momentous occasion. Makoti's remains have been exhumed from Zimbabwe. He was one of the founding members of the PAC and died in 1989.
Ndate Makoti basically is what we would call, the ideologue of the PAC. Yeah, because any document that was a policy or position document that was addressed to the OAU, to the United Nations, to UNESCO, and other supporting countries, basically had his stamp, because he would sometimes solely write those documents. He was the Secretary for Information for many years, of the PAC, and at some stage he also became, the Secretary for Defense, of the PAC, yeah. But he was always operating from the background, yeah. So he had a very strong affinity with the youth, in the PAC, such that they all called him Ndate in the camps.
The family say it's been such a long process.
The excitement, on the 25th, of seeing, that plane landing, with the remains, and the whole, families, it will be a dream come true, and yes. This is going to be still a long way to go, in the sense that they're still going to have forensic, process, of ensuring that every family has somebody who is their actual member.
The Pokela family is also looking forward to the homecoming event and says this will bring closure following the death of their brother, John Nyati Pokela. He was a prominent leader of the PAC and passed away in the 80s as well.
The South African government, I can just say a big thank you, because so far they've been there for us, helping us, and I think they still carry on to help us to get our remains back. And I hope in all this thing, my brother will be laid in peace.
We're feeling very, very great when at last he is coming home. He's coming home. I can feel it right now. I feel like he's already here. Right now I can feel him. He's around. So we are feeling very proud.
Meanwhile, 49 mortal remains of South Africans who died in exile will be returned on Wednesday. This will be followed by a massive homecoming ceremony to be addressed by President Cyril Ramaphosa in one of South Africa's important shrines, the Freedom Park. Khumalo, SABC News, Pretoria.